my motion that we ask Miss Bulma to cook something for us.
Okay. I went ahead and picked Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It was like on my home screen, so I was like, yep, why not?
Okay,
anyway.
hey! I wonder who I'm gonna be fighting first.
So yeah, I'll be able to play this, and then we'll be able to we'll just grind for some proficiency actually while I do this. But I guess it works out because I did want to talk about the latest DLC that dropped on here. So I guess we'll talk about both of them in this video. Let's see. Okay. Alright, yeah, so, alright, we're back. We're on good. Okay.
Get ready, folks! This will be a feast for your eyes! The first match is about to begin!
This body craves combat against the strong. The desire appears to be irresistible. Hope you're ready to crawl on your belly like the worm you are.
Gogeta. I'll let some people join real quick before I start the conversation.
Retribution! Kamehame! Retribution! Kamehame!
Okay. Come on.
What a fool. How cute. Just as you wanted. It's time to end this.
Okay.
Will only make me stronger. It seems that you might.
But yeah, well, I guess while we're waiting for the people that was in the stream in the last video a few minutes ago, we can talk about the DLC. But so as far as the DLC goes on here, I was actually right about a couple of things. I do still think the rest of the characters I did mention, I do believe they'll be in some of the next DLC. But we was right about SSJ3 Vegeta. We was right about that. I just knew it. I knew it was going to happen. But SS4 has not gotten in the game yet, so from Daima anyway. So we'll see how that works. But But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we was right about SS3 Vegeta, and then like the Super Saiyan variants of Goku and Vegeta from Daima, obviously. Honestly, though, I was not expecting Pansy. I honestly wasn't. Or however you say her name. I was not honestly expecting her, to be honest. But I guess maybe, I mean, it makes sense. But, it definitely makes sense, so. But I do think the ones that I did mention before, like I said, like SS4 and stuff, I do believe they will be in the next DLC. Or one of the final ones, whatever. We'll see, though. We'll see. I do think one of them will obviously be that one villain, I don't know his name, that he goes SS4 against. Forget his name. Like I said, I don't really watch Daima, really. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we got going on. Crap. But, yeah, anyway, so I guess I'll go ahead and start off with the topic we was going to talk about. So, I wanted to talk about on here, why give a crap about what others think of you? Now, and what I mean by that is, I don't obviously mean, like, if you're really doing something bad, like, like stealing or something, yeah, you definitely need to be called out for that. But, like if you like something, like, I don't know, like, I guess it could be a movie even or something. Like a game, a music artist or something, I guess. But, yeah, it's like, why care what others think? Like,
Can you hurry up and get out of here already?
Because,
give my little girl nightmares.
oh, man, if you're in the chat, you can mention that one topic again. But, yeah, like, so many people, it seems like, actually gives a damn what people think about them. I don't like, I used to be that way, honestly. I really used to be that way. And then, I woke up to reality. I woke up, and it's like, what is honestly the point in that? What is the point in actually giving a damn what someone thinks of you? Like for real. Seriously, like what's that gonna accomplish? Are you gonna accomplish any goals? Like them giving a damn what they think of you, or like, are you gonna do anything positive? Like, because if not, why care? You know, I mean, I don't know. I just been recently thinking about that. Like, because it really makes you wonder. These people that, you know, care what others think of them, that's one reason why their lives are so miserable. Believe it or not. Because they're living in constant fear, constant, oh, you know, what do they think of this, or what's someone going to think of that, or, and it's like, you know, no, man, get that out of here for real. Like, you're here, okay, yeah, you can mention that topic in the comments that you mentioned before. Yeah, it's honestly stupid. It really is, because, you know, if I'm sitting here caring what somebody thinks of me, I'm only really hurting myself. You know, and I'll tell you another thing, it's a power play. That's what it boils down to. They want, these narcissists, they want you to actually give a damn, you know, what they think. And it's like, why would you care what they think? I mean, I get it, like, you know, some of them may be your family or something. It's like, but still, that's no excuse. Like, why? Why do you care what they think? Someone messaged me. But, yeah, like, you know, caring about what someone thinks of you, it's, they like to see that they have that power over you. Seriously, they really do. You know, it's all a sick game. That's all it is. It's a sick... Right. Now, I mean, I do think sports is kind of for losers, but that's my honest opinion. But I'm not gonna completely shit on somebody if they like sports. I mean, no, I don't understand it, but hey, you know, like it. If you like it and if it makes you happy, if that's your hobby, you have at it. You know, do it if it makes you happy. But see, that's the thing. They don't stop there. You know, not only do they got to make their opinion well known, but they constantly have to shit all over you. You know, when it comes to whatever this like is. And you know, and when they do that, you know, they're being a narcissist, obviously. You know, because like I said, we talk about narcissists on here all the time. So, you know, these are some of the people that I'm talking about. And you know, like, I've honestly grew up my whole life, you know, caring what everybody thought. You know, like, I remember one time, like, I was actually just talking to my wife about this, like, I don't know, a day or two ago. So when I was like a teenager, right? Like 14. Oh my gosh, dude, stop. Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, I was like 14. You know what? Give me a second to take this dang spammer out really quick. Okay, I'm gonna finish this guy. I'm not dealing with this. But anyway, yeah. These people. Oh my gosh, missed. Anyway, they love to see you down. Like I said before, like, you know, it also boils down to this. Like, you know, somebody will walk up to you, like an acquaintance or somebody that you don't even know. Like, most of the time, somebody you don't even know. And they will sit there and they will walk up to you and they will say, "Hey, you okay?" You know, and it's like, "Yeah." And then they go, "Are you sure you're okay?"
This battle will determine
Okay,
the
now
strongest
listen,
martial
I'm going to tell you what
artist
they're
in the
doing
world.
right here.
Let the final round begin.
What they are doing is they are trying to plant seeds of doubt. That's what these narcissists do. They are trying to make you think, well, is there something wrong with me? Like, you know, is something actually really wrong? Like, you know, because, like, I've thought that, and I'm sure, like, you know, people watch this have thought that when people have said that kind of crap. You know, all kinds of people, I've heard all kinds of people talk about this. And it's like, you know, their lives are that pathetic. Let's just say their lives are that pathetic. And my question to you is, you care what these people think? You know, and it's not just narcissists either. Like, why care what anyone thinks? Because at the end of the day, listen, I'm going to tell you this now. At the end of the day, you want to know something? It's between you and God. That's who it's between. It ain't between you and your buddy. It ain't between you and your acquaintance. It ain't between you and the random. It ain't between you and the church people, you know, that aren't really in your life. It's not. No, it ain't none of that. You know, like. But anyway, as I was saying, I was actually 14. Now, I don't know if any of y'all know this, what this stuff is, but when I was 14, I was a massive fan of, like, Hannah Montana. And, you know, growing up in school, like, I can't tell you how many times I got called all kinds of names because of it. I'm not going to repeat them here, but you know, and I was told, oh, it's for girls, all that kind of stuff, and it's like, nah, I'm pretty sure there's dudes that watch that too, you know. But I mean, yeah, sure, the main audience may be females, but the whole audience ain't. That's kind of like saying that if it's really like that, well, then the dude can't play in it. Like, that's kind of what that's like saying. But anyway, yeah, like I was actually kind of bullied a little bit by it, but I even had this teacher. He would take up for me even. And anyway, this was like back in '09, right? And so we was going to go to the movie theater, and like everybody was kind of arguing about what movie to pick. Like, a lot of people wanted to see like that Mall Cop movie, and I was like, yeah, that looks like that's going to suck. And I wasn't wrong, it does. But anyway, you know, I was like, yeah, you know, how about let's go watch the Hannah Montana movie, you know? And the funny thing is my teacher actually pulled some strings, and that was the movie we all went to go see. You know, we actually went and saw the Hannah Montana movie, and I can't tell you, my friend group, or acquaintance group, what do you want to call them, they actually, they was actually kind of mad about it. And the thing is, y'all, I'll tell you what's real funny about it is, oh shit, the thing that's funny about it is there was no cell phones like that back then, like with apps, none of that. So they was kind of forced to, you know, like, because most people didn't have a cell phone back then. you know, there was some that did, but there was a lot of people that didn't. And, you know, like, not a lot of people had the iPhone that came out, but, anyway, yeah, so, like, you know, I was getting into the movie, obviously, you know, because, like, when I was 14, I had the biggest crush on Miley Cyrus, like, no joke. And, a lot of people, you know, that was in there, like, and the funny thing was, though, is, like, you know, the girls were singing, oh, dang, man. But see, a lot of time, like I said, no, they didn't have the cell phone, so they couldn't get on that. So they were kind of forced to watch the film. There was nothing else for them to do, you know. But, anyway, yeah, so, but yeah, I was getting into it, and they was like, are you seriously gonna watch this shit? And I was like, yeah, you know, I was getting into it, you know, and, but yeah, man, some of those people were livid. I'm not even joking. Some of them was livid, y'all, but hey, I had a good time, though, so I wasn't really caring what they thought. And, yeah, so it's whatever. But, you know, I didn't care what they thought. You know, it's like that, you know, and some people would have. Like, you gotta, with these narcissists, it's like you gotta have, like, permission to be a certain way. Like, you gotta, you know, or with other people, it's like, you know, they want you to have, like, their permission to be that way. And it's like, nah, no way. I would have to be an idiot to let someone, you know, dictate what I like. You know, so it's like, yeah, like you mentioned earlier, you know, some people may like sports. You know, I think it's stupid. I mean, I think it's boring. I don't see the hype in it. But, you know, other people do, so that's them. You know, as long as they're not trying to get me to like sports, we're good. You know. But, you know, it's the same, it's kind of the same concept of, like, trying to force your religion onto somebody. It's kind of the same concept as that, because, you know, people, that's what they will do. They try to force their, and I'm not saying you shouldn't tell people about God or nothing. What I'm saying is, like, you know, if they's like, nah, you know, it's kind of said and done at that point. Like, there's nothing you can do. You like sports? It's fun. Some people don't. Yeah, I mean, if you like it, you like it. I mean, if it makes you happy, whatever, you know. But, yeah, it's, it just really depends. You know what, y'all? I just got a thought. You know, Fragpunk came out tonight. I believe it did. I should have streamed that. That's what I should have streamed. I forgot. I totally forgot. It was the 29th. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, but we got off topic there. We'll probably stream that tomorrow, actually. How about that? But anyway, yeah, I don't understand these people who actually genuinely care what someone else thinks of them. Because, you know, because I even, like, there's even people, now I want y'all to actually take a sit down and think of this. So obviously people will say that boy bands is girl music. Okay, now, these very same people, they will call these girl bands girl music too, So, what is guy music? I mean, yeah, sure, you could say metal, but I mean, there's quite a lot of women that like metal too. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's kind of stupid, like the way that these people think. Like, it's really dumb. I don't understand the way that their brain works, because they got something wrong or something. Like, something wrong in their mind that I don't know. But it's like, why try to force someone to, like, be like you? And the middle class are notorious for this, y'all. They are notorious for this. So, it's like, you know, am I honestly genuinely gonna let someone like that dictate how I view things, what my likes are? You know, because here's the thing. They think the only thing you should do is maybe like sports, like working, be a slave to the Matrix B system, be a slave to the government, be a slave to society, you know, go to church, gossip there, pretend like they're Christian and treat the poor like shit. Yeah, that's basically how they are, you know. And I hate to tell you this, but, well, actually, no, I don't hate to tell you. Not a Christian. That is not a Christian. So, but, yeah, anyway, it's just, another thing it makes you think, too, is like, say like someone who's got like some mental issues, right? But yet they can't go and try to get any help. I mean, I know help out there is rare, it seems like, but you know, trying to get the help that's out there, they're too afraid to even go ask for it, because they're afraid of what people will think of them. And it's like, you know, why? Why in the hell care what they think? Like, it makes no sense, really. I mean, because if someone is going to sit there and tell me some stuff like that, look, I'm going to tell you now, I ain't going to care what you think. I really don't. I mean, that's like, you know, someone coming into the stream and writing some like bad comment or something. Do you honestly think like, as soon as I even see like the first couple of words of that, I'm just not even going to read the whole thing. Like, I'm just going to pretend like it's not even there. I mean, so it's like, you know, it's not me wasting my time. It's literally theirs. They're the ones wasting their life away doing that. But it's like, you know, no, I'm not going to care. You know, I grew up caring what other people thought of me. And it's like, you know, I'm done with that. Y'all, I'm done. I've been done with that. I've been done with that for a while. You know. And it makes you wonder. Actually, hang on a minute. I'm going to forfeit this. Anyway,
we're currently accepting new entries.
How did I get out of caring? I'll tell you what, I'll answer that here in a second when I make this point. Yeah, so, you know, like I said, I grew up my whole life caring what someone thought, you know, of me. And it's like, you know, like I said, I haven't been that way for a while now, but, you know, when I was, it was like I couldn't talk about anything, because I was always wondering, well, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get criticized. I'm gonna get, which is, I mean, you know, criticism in and of itself, you know, you should be able to take criticism, but you know, at this kind of level and point, that's just kind of way too much, you know. But like, because I think criticism can help you grow. Anyway, the way of their thinking, I've tried to understand it. Like, why these people want to do this, tear these people down. And it's like, I'm not a narcissist, so I can't put myself in the mindset of someone like that. But, you asked how did I get out of caring? Yeah, that's, man, that right there, I'm gonna be honest with you. So, like I said, I grew up my whole life caring, and then, you know, one day somebody does something to you, and then it completely changes you. You know, for better, for worse, you know, whatever. And when this change happens, when someone screws you over to the point of where it's affected not only your mental health, but your physical daily activities. Like, say you can't get up and go to work. You can't hardly eat anything. You can't take a shower. You can't focus on hobbies. You know, it could be any of that. You know, at that point, it's a problem. It's a problem. And here's the thing. The only one that's going to suffer from that is you. No one else is going to suffer. As a matter of fact, you want to know what they're going to do? I'll tell you now. People love to see someone fall. They love that shit. Why they love it, I guess because they're cold and heartless, I guess. But yeah, that especially narcissists, they love that. But anyway, yes, people love that. That's why do you think people love gossiping? That's one reason why they like gossiping, because they're talking a lot about a fall of another person. Oh, did you hear what happened to so and so? Like a guy I know on YouTube, you know, that I've talked to before, he was saying that he used to go to this one church, right? And he was kind of like a marriage counselor too, in a way. And you know, this couple, they were getting a divorce, and this was supposed to be private, y'all, private between that couple and the pastor. Well, the pastor walks up to this guy, the one I know on YouTube, and the others, he goes, "Hey, did you hear about so-and-so? You know, they're getting a divorce, you know." You know, and the guy in the YouTube video was like, you know, like, what the hell, you know? Like, you were supposed to keep that to yourself. You know, like, but no, that's what the thing, you know, if you tell somebody like that, a pastor or something, the whole congregation's going to know it. I've said that before in my other videos. But, you know, I'm using that as an example because, you know, they're sitting there gossiping about a fall of someone. Someone fell, something bad happened to them, you know, that probably could have been prevented. But, you know, they love seeing that. They really freaking do, y'all. I can't stress that enough. And it's like, you know, that is of Satan. That is of the devil. Wanting someone to fall. That's like someone saying, like someone I disagree with. You know, just like wanting them to, you know, say like wanting them to get a divorce or something like that. Nah, man, like that's not how life works. Like, it's just there's a lot of sick people. But anyway, how I stopped caring was meditation. That's how. And what I mean by that is meditating on all of the bullshit I've had to deal with. And what I mean by that is the bullshit I've had to deal with from ex-girlfriends, you know, people that I trusted, or family members, fake friends, acquaintances. You know, when you start thinking about that, like those who wronged you, yeah, you gotta forgive them. But here's the thing, though, man. You can't let that shit to keep happening. That's the problem. Because if you let it keep happening, you're never gonna know true peace and happiness. Put it that way. So another thing is how I stopped caring was just one day, you know, when I thought about that, like I said, I defriended every single person on PlayStation that does not talk to me. Same thing with Discord. If they don't talk, they're not worth having around. That's like saying, you know, you need a caseworker, but yet the caseworker won't do nothing for you. What's the point of having them around? You know, there's no point of having them around at all. You're literally wasting your life and wasting your time. There's nothing good going to come out of it. It's just it's a waste of time. You know, and you know, I don't know about any of y'all, but it's like, you know, yeah, I don't want to waste my time. Not at all. But yeah, that would be my honest advice. Is if you're struggling to care what other people think, then what I would say is, why do you care what they think? That's what I would ask you. Why do you care what they think? Because let me ask you this: are they putting food in your mouth? No. You know, are these people your friend? More than likely not. You know, are they narcissistic? That's a very big possibility. I mean, you know, you gotta take a lot of factors into consideration here. But yeah, my honest opinion is I think everybody should stop caring what people think to a degree. Now, I mean, what I'm saying is, like, you know, I don't mean like, you know, if someone's going to steal something, like, hey, no, F you, I'm going to steal this. I don't care what you think. Not like that, but like, you know, it could be about like a like or something. Like, that's like I said, someone coming to somebody for liking sports, you know, and just completely crapping all over them the whole time, like just crapping all over them because they like sports, you know. And too many people do this. Middle class do this all the time. I can't tell you how many I've had, you know, say stuff like that to me about certain things, you know, and it's like, you know, hey, guess what? I really don't give a damn. And then they will get mad that you don't give a damn. Because, see, the thing is they're sheep. They're the sheep. They're following, and what I mean that, they are slaves to society. They are slaves to the Matrix B system. You know, you often hear, like, especially like within the Sigma realm, you know, most people are NPCs. And, you know, that is true. It really does seem like most people literally have like an NPC vibe to them. You know, like they're either got their nose stuck in the phone, or, you know, it's some kind of like weird behavior. Like, it's like, you know, they're just like in the background. They're not, it's not even that they're relevant at this point. You know, they're like, their lives are completely so miserable. You know, they don't even, like, they don't even do anything. Like, put it this way, like, there was this guy I recently found, and I actually had to hit him up because he literally, this guy here, I literally thought this guy literally took my brain out of my head and was like, you know what, gonna talk about everything in your brain, sir. Like, that's honestly what I thought, because you know, that's honestly what he was talking everything, y'all, about, you know, about literally everything that I was thinking or know. And it was like, you know, he was talking about how these people, they like being at the mercy of another's expense. You know, it's like, he even gave an example, like, because he really mouths like a lot of work, like jobs and stuff, because, you know, he's different. He's not that type. He's not going to do that. Like, he was even talking like most people will work 80% of their life and not even care. And it's like, yeah, no thank you. But, he used this analogy that you can get on LinkedIn and there will be like 350 people waiting a job. And it's like, obviously 349 people are going to get told no. Okay, so you don't know which, that's just it. You don't know which 349 people are going to get told no. Here's the thing though, you don't care unless it's yourself. That's what it boils down to for most people. They don't care unless it's themselves. You know, so, but, yeah, anyway, what it is, now that, what I was just saying, they are at the mercy of someone else's decision. You know, they're awaiting a no or a yes. And it's like, you know, why would I want to be at the mercy of someone? Nah, man, no way. To hell with that. Like, take that, literally take that and take that straight to hell. Like, I'm not, no. That's not me. You know, if that's other people, then that's your problem. And if you don't like the way that I think or whatever, you know, he said it pretty plainly. Screw you. You know, that he said it pretty plainly. And that's honestly the mindset I'm at, man. Really, about everything. You know, because that's the way to be. I mean, because ain't none of these people there for me that are like that. Ain't none of them there for me at all. So why should I care? So it's like, why should you care? I mean, you get what I'm saying?
Playtime is over. Time to finish this.
But yeah, I mean, like I said,
You okay? It's not like I didn't warn you.
I wouldn't care. I mean, I honestly really wouldn't. Like, someone could walk up. Good examples of why you shouldn't care what they think. In the end, they have no control of what you like and what you're into. Exactly, man. It's between, really, in all honesty, it's really between you and God, really, to be honest. Like, when it comes down to it, it really honestly is, you know, or you could just say it's between you. It's whatever, you know. It's definitely between you and God, definitely. But, yeah, like I said, just forget that noise. But, yeah, it's like, because like I said, man, why should you care? Like, can you give me, like, good reasons of why you should? Because the thing is like, you know, you'll ask someone that, well, why should you care? You know, where's the answers of why you should care? Because I haven't seen them. I mean, I know I sure as hell haven't in my life. I know I haven't. Like, no way, I don't. You know. But, yeah, man, I mean, like I said, if you can give me some good reasons of why you should care, I'd be glad to talk about it. I really, honestly, genuinely would. But the thing is, there is no reason. That's the thing, man. There is no reason of why a person should care. Unless it's genuinely for their well-being. Like, you know, say you're an alcoholic and then, like, somebody's getting on to you about, yeah, sure, you should care about that. You know, that's for your health. You know, but, if it's just about, like, something you like or something, like a form of entertainment or something, man, that's just nitpicking and being judgmental. Like, that's all that boils down to. And it's like, nah, we don't do that here.
Over here. Over here. Forget over here. Nice work. Now it's my turn. Farewell,
But yeah, like you said, sorry, I kind of zoned out. Like you said, it doesn't,
You've backed me into a corner, forcing me to use a barrier.
it serves no purpose. You know, because it's like, they want control over you. They want the power over you, is what it boils down to. And, nah, we don't do that here, like I said. Nope.
Time to finish this.
But yeah, that kind of pretty much concludes that, for what I was going to say about it tonight, though. But, yeah, y'all, I mean, don't care what others are thinking about you, like, because, like, I'm one of those, like, you know, if somebody, like, I'm talking to somebody, like, I can actually tell what they're thinking, just by their body language, because I can read body language. I can tell what they're thinking. They don't even have to say it. I can literally just, I already know. But, yeah, anyway, I guess we're gonna end this one here. So, like I said, yeah, there will be a channel update tomorrow. That'll be around 3 or 4 o'clock, maybe earlier. We'll see how that goes. You know, if I'm still alive in here. Yeah. Anyway, God bless you all, and yeah, I'll definitely see you in the next one. I'll definitely be going live tomorrow. So okay, I will. Yeah. So peace.